Alrighty, everyone, it's 6:30, and before we start getting late, you're late, we're gonna go ahead and start a banjo race. We got the technically last match of round 1 going on today. We got QueenSnopea versus FlameForged. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
I say technically last because we still have to finish up Duck versus I don't even remember who he was up against. Duck versus Dingo, right? Because they still have to do the rest of their best of 3 because I only got 1 match in.
Oh,
Because Duck was like, oh wait, like in Hag 1, he was like, wait, it's best 2 out of 3. Because he and his girlfriend were going to a baseball game directly after the game, and so we're like, well,
Incredible.
I guess we're not doing any more. So, yeah. All right. So,
All right.
yeah. How are you both feeling about today's race? Are we gonna see good stuff?
Disaster?
Or disaster?
Well, I'm walking
Or
up
that.
Generator Cabin Part 2.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Generator Cavern, no falling off at Power Hut basement. You know, just no major mistakes, right? No falling off Isle of Hags.
Yeah.
I really haven't had a full-on like turbo beef yet, so I'm kind of just expecting it now. I feel like it's time.
Oh no. Well, maybe
Everyone.
I'm lucky because I got him out of the way then.
Yeah, just like
Resetting
in
early.
practice, do all the, you know, die to this, fall off that, you know, all the...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, well. Are you both ready to go?
We'll see. Yeah. Good to go.
Cool. Oh, I forgot to start my timer at 3.77, so I'll go ahead and do that.
Yes.
Not that it really matters for me.
I'm pretty sure Snopey has the 4403 and I have the 4405.
Oh, yeah, they're swapped.
Oh, yeah, I swapped your screens around. Because I had you know, Snopea set up on the left and FlameForged set up on the right, and so I put in the times from your streams. But then I saw that I had the windows on the wrong side, so like Snopea's VLC windows on the right, and yours was on the left, Flame. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
That explains it.
And then
I was missing the end of the story. I was like,
and
on the left.
yeah. Then I switched them on my computer, but then I never switched them on the layout. So. Yeah. Not that it's big. It's 2 seconds, whatever. They're not sub 44s. Come on, it's not like. You know, okay, we're both ready to go.
Okay. Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll count you down, and then we'll get her started. So get ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go. And good luck.
Fuck you, Joe!
Alright, and they are about to get started. Flame is losing by an easy 5 minutes. You never know. Alright, let's get my music kind of muted, and we'll get Snopea's audio on. Alright. I can't believe Snopea triggered the Klungo cutscene there. That looked like a beautiful skip, but I mean, when you kind of slide in your backflip up to the point where you know, actually leave the ground, you can cover a lot of ground sometimes, and so, I mean, obviously, you know, both of them were saying they tried to get as much as they could out of the way, but I guess this was one of those things that they still had to, you know, figure out into the race. So, anyway, hello Ass Mask, hello OG Big. It's still early. I mean, Klungo cutscene skip loses only like 14 seconds if you fail it, so... But Flame's got a green potion, so if he does well with the green potion, then he's looking to be a little bit ahead. Sorry if I sound a little stuffed up, by the way, but I had a very spicy beef bulgogi, like, rice bowl for dinner, and, uh-oh. Oh, Flame, no, you can't just blindly shoot eggs like that. No, you gotta shoot more of the eggs than that. Just shoot a bunch. Alright, well, that'll definitely catch, Snopea up quite a bit. Wait, did Snopea hit a wrong clone? She had to have. Or maybe not. Maybe it was just being behind because of the Klungo cutscene skip, but... Yeah, I think it was just Klungo cutscene skip plus blue potion. Either way, Gogo's right. The curse of green potion does continue. We've seen a lot of really, really terrible green potion Klungos in the last few tournament matches I've hosted. Ooh, that's awkward. Flame picked up gold feathers in Jinjo Village. He's gonna have to remember to pick up red feathers in Plateau. He must have been fiddling with his camera in order to, like, not cycle the feathers properly. Heck yeah, you're right on time. You sure are, Ann. It's only been 2 minutes, and honestly, all you've missed is mistakes from both of them so far. Yeah, Snopea must have hit a wrong clone. 233 Klungo 1 is like... Yeah, it's pretty bad. Because, I mean, like I said, Klungo cutscene skips 15, Klungo's another 20. And it was a blue potion, but, like, even a 206 Klungo 1 is still kind of weird, champ. I honestly have no idea what Snopea must have done in order to get, like, a 206 Klungo. Klungo 1 in her PB. I'll have to ask... during the race. Yeah, that's a big save me moment right there for sure. I don't know if Flame and Snopea are listening along with the rest of the commentary here, but they're in for a big treat. I'm gonna dig into them. But, I mean, this is exactly the kind of race I think both of them were expecting. You know, before we started the race, I don't think we heard many positive things coming from either of their mouths. So, but, I mean, we still got a long way. They can be redeemed. But PB pace is still on the table for both of them. And they have a very close best possible time, just because their PBs are so close too. Like I said, Snopea's got a 44.03, FlameForged has a 44.05, so 2 seconds difference will make it really easy to kind of, you know, tell where they're coming. Ooh, I thought Flame was going to jump between the boards there. I mean, falling off of Isla Hags is just one of the worst things, because you have to go all the way back to Jinjo Village. Alright, third try GGM early, not bad. Getting GGM early from the side is usually quite a task for some people. Myself included. Just because, like, sometimes it just doesn't want to work. Oh, Snopea's going from the front, and that's a beautiful camera setup. A little bit too far moving upwards, though. Okay, and just barely got it on the second one. So both of them into GGM, but FlameForged a little bit ahead, already transforming into the detonator. So he's going to be blowing up all of the rocks very soon. Well, actually, the detonator doesn't blow up any rocks. It more just like kind of lights the TNT fuses. I guess it's blowing up all of the barrels, kind of thing. I don't know. It's complicated. It's complicated. Well, I mean, if the barrels were blowing themselves up, then they could. Like, look, I mean, you have to light the fuse, right? The detonator, like, does something. I don't know. It's funny because the detonator's job is to, like, explode. But then when you jump on, like, you don't blow up the TNT barrels. You just kind of light the fuse that blows up the TNT barrels. I like that nod emote. Just let's slow zoom into the nod. That's great. Alright, yes. Yes, we can all point and laugh at Flame. The fuse bone's connected to the bomb bone. Is the bomb bone connected to the trombone? Haha. Yeehaw. Alright, I think both of them had good detonator levitations. I wasn't paying so much attention to Flame's, but it looks like he didn't lose much time on the split there, so. Plus 21 seconds with a 7:59 is like a 7:38. Would have been 7:38 in PB if it didn't lose any time, so I didn't really notice. But Snopea got a gold split, so that's, you know, so that's something to pog about. Alright, first jam jars of the run, I think. No bonk from Flame. Lost a bit with the note nests. Yeah, those note nests can be real jerks sometimes. I mean, it's just the way the detonator bounces around. Sometimes it's really easy to bounce like directly over one of the note nests. Alright, no bonks at Bill Drill. I feel like if any runs seem to bonk more often than others, I think it's Bill Drill and Fire Eggs for sure. No matter what category you're playing. Those two seem to have a good percentage of bonk. Flame wasn't feeling too good about his generator cavern power hut basement before the race started, so I think he walked off the edge in power hut basement, is what he was saying. Contractually obligated. I mean, was it notarized? Because I think you can get around it if there wasn't any sort of legal repercussion for not holding onto your agreement. You both signed it, but did a judge sign it? Gotta get that legal representation in there. Alright, looks like Flame... I'm not gonna speak too soon. Okay, Flame had a pretty good power hut basement. It's the rules? Okay. I'll agree with that. Oh, okay. Okay, Snopea does the flat beak bus strat. Or maybe it was like a, I'm not feeling so confident in that jump, I'm not gonna peck strat. Which is what happens sometimes. Don't forget feathers, Flame. You need feathers. Not those feathers. There we go. Alright, so good red feather pickup. Alright. So far they're staying pretty in time with each other. No real, I thought that was going to be a little too high, but it was good. No bonks, no worries. I mean, we still got a lot of jam jar silos to go. I think how many more moves is there? There's like another 1, 2, 3, 4 times 2. So, plus this extra one here for Snopea. So 9 more jam jars we gotta see. I mean, we could all, like, do, you know, the raise our hands and give our energy to jam jars so that we, so that we see a bonk. But, I mean, that would just be mean-spirited, right? I mean, y'all think Schlong is a big fan of Dragon Ball Z. Like, I was probably watching Dragon Ball Z before he was born. Oh my god, what a 93 from FlameForged. That's gotta be a gold split. Oh, well, he doesn't split there. For some reason. It's the open MT split, but he doesn't split on opening MT. Unless he splits on, like, the cutscene ending, but I don't know. Either way. I mean, Snoopy's 91 is pretty okay, but I mean, it's like, you know, it's nothing compared to that 93 we just saw. Shalong doesn't shut the fuck up about it. Well, Sparking Zero comes out in like a month. So if you don't think he doesn't talk, he talks too much about it now. Just wait for like a month. I mean, I'm going to be playing it too. I've been waiting for that game for a while now. Like, I mean, I know like every Dragon Ball Z game is the exact retelling of the same story over and over. But I mean, that's what anime games should be. Just better versions of the same thing. That's why I'm so sad there's so many good anime that don't have story retellings of video games. Alright, JSG early for FlameForged, aiming down quite a bit. Yeah, that was kind of weird. I think he was aimed way too far down. Oh my god, he used the 2-feather strat. That's insane. I am nowhere near ballsy enough to do that. Sparking Zero is an anime video game, therefore it won't win Game of the Year. Anime games don't win Game of the Year. It'll be some Dark Souls. It'll be the Elden Ring DLC. Something like that, I don't know. Banjo-Tooie. Everyone vote for Banjo-Tooie Game of the Year. Did it come out this year? I think if we gaslight the gaming industry enough, right? We can convince them that, oh yeah, it came out this year. What are you talking about? Of course it came out this year, duh. Forget that it's on a console that came out like, you know, 20 years ago. Oh god, it came out more than 20 years ago. 20... how many years? Almost 30 years ago. Jesus. No, it wasn't that long. Yeah, like 28. 28 years. Maybe, give or take. God, we're all so old. Anyways. You're a child. You're one of those guys that says Skibbity Ohio. Right? I mean, one day we just talk like that. Hit up the Banjo Discord. Find like a translator. There's got to be some sort of online translator by now. Oh, we got a bonk! Snopey bonked! Sorry, I just got entirely, like, pulled out of it. There's got to be an online translator by now that translates into that sort of stuff. It's like, you know, when LeetSpeak was really popular, like in the mid-2000s, and there was, like, sort of online translators. I had a Firefox extension that converted everything... Wait, where's the last fly? Oh. That converted everything on web pages to pirate speak. And so it was it would just change everything to be like, you know, as if a pirate said it kind of thing. It was a good time. And then, you know, there's the extensions that change all the text and stuff to like ooh-woo text and stuff like that. Oh no, Snopey missed the treble. I didn't notice that. That was really nice though. Snopey was almost kind of like caught up a little bit. I am shocked that that grenade egg went all the way to the door. It didn't hit the door, but it blew up before the door, and then the explosion like blew up the door. I don't think anyone does, and it's one of those things that's like, you know, it just exists. Ooh, NTUOS. Yeah, I think I'll pass. Ooh, nice first try code from Flame. Oh, unless it was third try. No, it was first try. Uh-oh. We're seeing multiple tries here from Snopey. Alright, second try for Snopey. I guess once they go to do the GGM puzzles, I can compare their best possible again. Although Flame splits at weird spots on opening puzzles, so... Yeah, I know, right? If only they would have practiced the RNG. Maybe the game would have been like, okay, we'll give you another one. Why not? Meme words like uwu and chungus are getting added to the Scrabble dictionary. I just straight up don't believe you, Gogo. Chungus isn't even a word. Chungus is a proper noun. Proper nouns aren't allowed in Scrabble. I mean, language evolves, right? The evolution of language is like... I mean, I remember when people made a big deal that dough got added to the dictionary. Oh, I think Flame's trying to relive his past glory. But... Ooh, rough 85. Alright, let's see if Snopey can get that 90. Gat for 20 points. I mean... I could see it. If you're playing, like, house rules, right? I mean, if you're like, yeah, any word goes. Yeah, both of them had pretty yikes puzzles. 85 versus 84 GGM puzzle. Surely the Witchy World puzzle will go better for both of them. Spying for Snopey? Snopey could literally just have the stream open. Whoa. Flame did like a zigzaggy S shape on the board. It was pretty cool looking, actually. Looks like an 85. Oh, it was going to be an 85 until he missed picking out that piece, but 84. Flame has really fast, like, hand control. It's a little bit like, you know, uncontrolled, I guess, but the speed is there. Ooh, that's not where it goes, Snopey. Okay, Snopey definitely picked up the wrong piece there. I'm pretty sure. Ooh, 82. Yeah, Snopey definitely lost that round. I mean, Snopey's lost all the puzzles to Flame. Not that 82 and 84 are that bad of puzzles for Witchy World. I mean, Witchy World's kind of a difficult puzzle. But I mean, they're not 93s. Just saying. And I know they're both in chat. They've both typed in chat. And they'll probably both continue to. But just because you're in chat doesn't mean you have the stream open. I usually have the stream minimized when I do races, but I always have the chat open. Just so I can spy on what people are talking about. And when you make those really big, boneheaded mistakes kind of thing, you know that people are going to be like, you know, shit-talking you. So I gotta get in there and be like, and see everyone go, oh, yikes. Bad. Badge. Yeah. I mean, you could be like, okay, I'm entering Witchy World. If Flame is in GGM, then that means I'm probably winning. I mean, Snopey's from the future right now. Like, for us, it's Saturday, but for Snopey, it's Sunday. Therefore, Snopey already knows the outcome of this race. Because she's from the future. It's just science. The suffix "jd", yeah. Although it's DGE rather than GDE. I mean, language is truly a universally changing thing. I think being able to express any feeling in the world by just adding DGE to the end of the words, like, you know, as the word suffix. Oh my god! Just peck the notes. There we go. I thought Flame was gonna jump into the pool for a sec. Oh my god, that was rough. I'm surprised that Flame is still alive, to be honest. I guess it's because he flapped on the way down. Otherwise, that definitely would have taken all of his health. See, if you say someone is sad, that's like got a really negative like connotation to it. But instead of, I feel like if you just said Sag, it's like you're not saying, it's saying a sentence without extra words. Like you could say, "Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry for your situation. You know, I hope you feel better." Or you could just go Sag lol. Right? Basically the same thing. Or you could say, all right, good night, everyone. I'm going to sleep. Or you could just say, bedge. Right? I mean, it's you know, it's that saying, you know, born too early to contribute meaningfully to science. or born too late to contribute meaningfully to science, born too early to explore the universe, born just in time to have this exact conversation in a Twitch chat. Please explain the etymology of the word sag. I'm sure sad is some Latin, whatever. And j, I don't know. It comes from the memers. If someone if someone typed Sag in Scrabble, I'd probably raise my eyebrow at them. But I have a feeling if people type, you know, spelled regular words in Scrabble that just ended in DGE, I'd probably give them that. What is that supposed to even mean? Like if someone typed badge, I'd be like, what is that? Is that like bad, but badge? It's like, no, it's a badge. Yeah, fridge. I'd just be like, what kind of memer do you think you are? I say typing because everything is online now, right? Saying, typing, spelling, right? It's just an automatic word that came out of my mouth. Alright, Snopea finally bests FlameForged in a puzzle. We got 77 to Snopea's 80. I mean, Footy, it's that thing where if you like if you look at a word and you say it enough times, it starts to look like it's not right. Like you say spoon kind of thing. But then you're like, what does that even mean? Spoon. 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 There you go, Asmi. We have an emote for that. This is why 7TV was a mistake. So, right now, Flame has a best possible time of 44:43, but Snopea has a best possible time of 44:39. Yet, Flame is ahead. I think it's probably Clungo 3 split messing up everything. Or Clungo 2, sorry, not 3. Yeah, I mean, Doggo. Doggo is short for dog. Right? Dog is short for dogstopper. It was great. I'm sure our runners are having a really entertaining time reading chat. It's one of those really makes you think kind of conversations. Your brain is fried. I mean, this is what English class is gonna be like in like 20 years, right? People are gonna be learning to conjugate, right? The j words. Alright, Snopea looks like she lost her fast swimming there for a sec, but had to like, kind of get a hang on it again, going around the octopus. I would not be surprised if there was a book being written with that kind of language to be. Excuse me. I got. My sinuses are like on fire. Ugh. This conversation is really choking me up, you know? The authors, you mean Chat GPT? If someone just... Wait, what the fuck happened to FlameForged? How did Snoopy catch up so much on FlameForged during the swim? Either Flame wasn't doing proper fast swimming, or else he got nailed by an eel. Ugh, my nose exploded. I don't know, it looked like he was fast swimming. He must have got hit by an eel. That's the only thing I can think of. Either that or else he just wasn't fast swimming at all. Oh, he missed the beak bust to the ledge a couple times? Oh, okay. That would do it. Ledge. Yeah. Oh no, Snoopy doesn't have enough feathers, or FlameForge doesn't have enough feathers. Wait, how did he run out of feathers? Oh, he must not have gotten any in Witchy World. Yeah, when he did his beak bomb, he wasn't paying attention. Well, that's... Oh, God. Well, that's it for Flame, I think. Unless Snoopy dies to Hag 1, I don't think there's any recovery. That's a huge time loss. See, that's one of those things, like, if I jumped in the water and heard the when I was trying to a Talon Torpedo, my eyes would be going right to the chat. What are they saying about my dumb ass? Ugh. Alright, I'm just gonna blow my nose. 1 sec. I think that just made it worse. He wasted a bunch too when he didn't clip through the door. I mean, that's true. But I mean, he still had lots of feathers. Because when you beak bomb over to Bovina's field... I'm not leaving the mic on, sorry. When you beak bomb over to Bovina's field, if you do MT right, you usually have 5 or 6 feathers. Or sometimes you have 4. But because Flame messed up the JSG early once, he did have to use 2 extra feathers. And so he was left at 4 when he beak bombed over to the field. And now he's showing off the gold feathers too. Ugh. So that was just a misplay on Flame, not making sure he picked up a feather nest in Witchy World. Because that's the only place, right? Yeah, he has 6 golden feathers because he picked up a feather nest in Jinjo Village when he should have picked up red feathers. Then when he picked up red feathers in Plateau, he accidentally picked up the first feather nest as gold feathers. And then his last gold feather nest would have been from doing doing the tent rope up to the Jinjo. And then he never grabbed the second feather nest on the way down. So that would explain why he had 6 gold feathers. So, I mean, Oh, big Sag face in the middle of Flame's chat. See, it's in my head. I said a Sag face. I didn't say a sad face. It's in there. The roots are buried deep. I don't have a problem. I mean, if you look at how many memes I post every day in my Discord, you might think I had a problem. We better remove it and you start over. It's okay, that'll be what the next race is for. I think if Flame didn't mess up those fire eggs, those red feathers, I think it would have been a really close race. Just because, like, I mean, they were basically synced going into Pine Grove. And it really would have just come down to Hag 1. And, I mean, looking at their PB, it looks like Snopea has a better Hag 1 time. But I don't know what FlameForged's gold is. One of these days, someone's gonna lose a run because they jump on, like, the edge of GGM. Like, you know, the wooden surrounding the level. And they accidentally talk to the golden statue. If that happens, I would just... It's just basically over. I would just probably drag them straight into the call. I mean, I would wait until they DCW'd to Isle of Hags, but yes, you can, Asmi. You can talk to it at any point. But you can't interact with things while you're moving, so it would be, you'd have to at least be standing still, so. But I mean, it could happen. It's happened before. Alright, Snopea's just using standard R aiming strats. Nice and quick and easy. So is Flame. Well, Flame's using, you know, C aiming. But they're both equally as slow. The thought of 3. Don't worry. Don't worry. You'll only have to do 2. I mean, if you keep it up, am I right? I mean, to be honest, Flame had a really good run, like up to the end. I mean, obviously there was, you know, this and that happening that was bad. Some things could have been a little better. But I mean, Flame had pretty good puzzles throughout. It was going really well, but then everybody died. Sorry, everyone died. I don't want to, you know, paraphrase. Is there a new One Piece episode tonight? Man, I haven't watched One Piece in a long time. I'm still back in, like, the beginning of the... I'm still back at, like, Queen unleashing his virus. Could always start from the beginning with one pace. I think up to I don't even know what the holes they have. I think it's a few left at the end of Alabasta, but that's about it. Up until Wano. Skypiea is done. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, they just released the end of the game. That's right. Yeah, I think it is Alabasta. It's done. I don't know. They've done a lot of good work in that project. There was a big dip where there was suddenly nothing happening, but I think a bunch of the people on the team had family issues. I think one of their houses burned down or something. But they're slowly probably going to be updating a bunch of the older episodes from 480p to 720 and 1080. Either way. Excellent project. Excellent project. I never used their website. Their website is like so hard to like navigate. I mean, it's not that hard to navigate. It just looks terrible. I just want lists of episodes, right? Rather than like scrolling endlessly to look for the episode. Anyway, Snopea with 30 health left. We're almost done. FlameForged blowing up the second battery? I think? First battery? Second? Oh, he left the left battery for last. How terrible. Oh my god, Snopea. This could be it! Oh no! The Ugger! Oh! Uh-oh. This is rough. This is gonna be like, oh my god, Flame is getting hit too, and he only has 2 health. Anything can still happen. Ah, Snopea is going for the health. She doesn't care about the time. At least kill the Ugger if you're doing this. Okay, the Ugger seems to have faded away into the blackness. Okay, it looks like Snopea's gonna finish after all. No, get out of the way! Okay, one more shot, one more shot. Ah! 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 Yeah, okay, finished! Ah! Ah!
Ah, fuck, you made me unplug my headphones.
Ah!
I have
my
no audio
God.
now. One moment.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh! Ah! Ah! Snopea Flame just did the same thing you did, except didn't dodge.
Oh no!
You guys
Oh,
had
no.
the exact same ends to your Hagrid fight. It was so incredibly rough. Like-
yeah,
like-
I was in that mode where it's just like, okay, I think I have to run around and try to get health because
Yeah.
I will die if I don't.
To be fair, though, Flame Snopea did finish, so
Yeah.
yeah. You guys,
Uh,
I think both of you had pretty good runs up until, like, you know, there was a little bit of this and a little bit of that happening throughout, but I think both of you had pretty clean runs leading up until JRL.
mhm. Mine was like okay after the start, because the start I
Yeah.
missed the Klungo cutscene skip. I got blue potion. I hit the wrong clone in the second phase. I misread how it was a whole
Oh,
like
you did
series
hit a
of...
wrong clone. Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
I
why
was-
it took so long.
I was watching you do, and when I looked at your Klungo 1 split, I was
You're
like,
like, huh?
233? I was like, that had to have been a wrong clone. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed it, but yeah, Flame had a missed green, a missed egg shot
Oh yeah.
on green
Mhm.
potion, and so We've been seeing a lot of that lately. Green potion
Wouldn't have
pungo,
known.
just run away. Just run away.
Oh, and then the puzzles. I had a combination of what I think were objectively some of the grossest puzzle piece placements, but then also I just like panicked and didn't know what to
Yeah.
do with them.
Yeah, Flame's puzzles were great. That 93 you got on your MT puzzle, that was...
Oh man.
Everyone was
I
pogging
thought that
off
would have
about
been my
that.
only 94 chance ever, because like everything was felt so.
It was very close. It was very close.
Mhm.
But 94 is a lot harder to get than it seems.
Yeah.
Like you'll see the puzzle pieces and you'll be like, "Yes, this is a 94." And then you'll go for that last piece, but then it'll like count
And then
down faster and you're like, "What the
Uh-huh.
hell? I thought that was
Yeah.
going to be it."
I, so sad.
Yeah, your Witchy World puzzle was almost an 85 too, but then you I think you missed picking up the last piece or something like that, and so it flipped over to an 84.
Mm.
But yeah, good puzzles. Yeah, good. Both of you had great flies, except both of you had to look around. Had to look around for a fly.
Uh-huh. Also, I missed the treble clef
Yeah,
during the beat
I
bomb,
didn't.
so I had to
I
go
didn't
back and get
notice that you missed the treble clef until I saw you go back for it. Because I mean, we had a really interesting discussion in chat while the race was going on. I'm sure you guys
As usual.
saw. Yeah, but yeah.
Okay.
Overall, and so yeah, so Flame, I guess you just didn't notice. Like, did you not notice? You
I
had
not.
four
I
feathers?
didn't. I completely forgot that I only collected one note nest. I didn't even collect one to like in Jinjo Village, which I think is
Yeah.
ridiculous because it was a gold because I messed up my flutter or whatever.
Oh, I thought it was because
Oh.
you turned your camera. But yeah,
Oof.
I mean the one on top of the pile is like a pretty okay backup. Like usually pretty good. But then I guess you would have been fine with feathers except for the missed JSG early.
Yeah.
You went for the double
Angled too
feather
far down.
backup. That is like it's insane every time I see it.
You guys keep talking for 2 minutes while I take a quick bathroom trip.
Yep, that's fine. We're good to take a break. Yeah, double feather backup for JSG early is like insane every time I see it. All of
It's the only way I know how to do it consistently.
yeah, I mean, I
Without
thought you
just
were gonna
backpacking down.
I do the one feather and then I back down and to the right spot and then I feather up again, but it's so slow. But I just can't react fast enough to do the two feather. So when I saw you zoomed in on the camera, I was like, all right, he's gonna go up and do the reset up, and then all of a sudden you were at the top of the door again, and I was like, oh my god, he's going for the two feather.
Oh man,
So
I burned all my luck at that first one.
yeah. It would have been really close leading up to the end of the race though, because you guys were basically synced going into Pine Grove at the end. But yeah, and like I said, both of you guys had pretty much the same like Hag 1 all the way up to 30 health, and then just all hell broke loose for both of you. It's just like the Uggers were getting in the way and Grunny was shooting y'all, and it was like, oh my god. Just clutching the edge of the chair. I thought both of you, well, you did, but I thought both of you were gonna die. Which would have been just so terrible.
I didn't feel like I had took that much damage up to that point, but
The damage comes fast at the end. But I thought you were almost gonna catch Snopey too, because Snopey kept running around the arena for the honeycombs. And so it was one of those like, ugh. I think when Snopey was going into 15 to 1 health, you were just like blowing up your second battery.
Oh god.
No, 30 to 15. And so you were like
Mhm.
basically a full phase ahead. But then just because you kept running around looking for honeycombs, it was just like
I was like, this My options are there's three outcomes. I survive and I lose because I took too long. I survive and it's okay, or I just die.
Yeah.
But none of them involve me just trying to do it as fast as possible.
I'm honestly shocked at the end you didn't kill the Ugger when you were looking right at him.
I thought I did, and then he hit me, and I was like, oh!
Yeah, you looked right at him,
I.
and then you turned back up to Grunny. Because, I mean, she keeps throwing out Uggers.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you might have killed one before, I didn't notice. But, yeah, when she
No.
chucked her second one out, you, like, looked right at it, and
Yeah.
then you just turned away, and I was like,
I
no! He's so close.
was not
Anyways.
thinking that closely. Anyway, indeed. Oh, yeah,
Alright,
let me reset.
are we ready for game number 2?
Yeah.
I am indeed.
Okay, perfect. You guys got the nice warm-up out of the way?
Mm-hmm.
So, alright. We both ready then?
Yep.
Yep. My
Okay.
controller's a lot warmer than when I started.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'll count you down and then we'll get her started. So start it up in 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
Good luck.
Ah!
Alright. Indeed. And off we go. Ready for another race. So again, as I've said more times than I can count now, best 2 out of 3. Snopea trying her best to not trigger the Klungo cutscene, and got it! Ooh, almost landed back in the cutscene though. That was really close. Alright. Oh, it's Schlongster. Schlongster in a chat. Alright, so obviously game 2 is a whole new playing field. Game 1, maybe they've done a little bit of practice beforehand, maybe not. It's one of those like, ugh. The hands were shaking, getting into the hang of it, but now we're warm. We're ready to go. We've seen everything we need to do, and we just need to do it again. So FlameForged has a nice easy red potion, so that's going to be a nice, you know, quick, easy poop the egg, and then just kind of get pushed. No big deal. Snopea's got the green potion, much faster, but obviously has to, you know, do the right setup in order to get the goodness. I have a feeling Snopea's gonna... Oh, God. Oh, the egg was so lucky. Snopea was ready for failure, though. Yeah, Snopea got insanely lucky with that egg. So... And now we got Klungo kind of running away. So even though Flame had the red potion, it's going to be leaving a little bit earlier. That's a combination of one, Snopea didn't get any sort of push or anything like that. Had a little bit of a late green potion ending, but then also took like an age and a half to set up the Klungo cutscene skip. But better than not getting it all. Oh my god, Flame got another gold feather in Jinjo Village. Yeah, that's a something that's gonna have to change going forward in the tournament if Flame advances on. Accidentally picking up gold feathers, which do basically nothing for the route, is you know, it's a problem. It really is. It really is. Ugh. I gotta say, like, I've never, like, you know, when you have, like, some sort of, like, stuffed up nose or anything wrong with your sinus, you really do take advantage of, like, the way you can breathe through your nose normally. It's like you're just living life, breathing through your nose, not even thinking twice about it. And then the moment you can't for whatever reason, life is hell. But, I mean, it's not that bad. Ugh. Alright, we basically got a tied up race going into Bottle's house. Still early though. No guarantee of any you know, anyone pulling ahead or not. Obviously it'll be a lot easier to tell, you know, 25 minutes into the run, 20 minutes or so. Yeah, we definitely do. I mean, I usually have, you know, when I'm sick, a bottle of Dristan nasal spray. That's my brand of choice. That stuff is hella addicting. You just snort it in and you can breathe fine, like you're not even sick, for 8 hours of fast, immediate relief. And then, like, the moment the 8 hours ticks down, like, to its last second, all of a sudden you can't breathe again. Oh my god, what a synced plateau early. That was very cool looking. And now we're gonna see the dual GGM early. Ooh, Flame almost had a really nice looking... Ooh, that moved a little far. Come on, Flame, you can do it. There we go. Snopea gets in a little early. Flame gets GGM early a little later. So again, we're basically a tied up race. Got 4:59 split on GGM early from Snopea and a 5:02 from FlameForged. So only 3 seconds this early in the race. Snopea's best possible time at this point in the race is 43:14. And FlameForged is 43:43. Which has to be wrong. Because that's only like plus 16 seconds on his PB. Flame splits must be like borked in some way. Because that seems like a wrong sum of best to have. I mean, either that or else, like, you know, his early game is just really good. I mean, even with a 5:02 GGM early, like, I mean, that is pretty bad from a, like, even a 44 point of view. But, I don't know. I feel like the best possible time should be a lot lower than 43:43, regardless of the early game. You know, unless we're like plus a minute, right? But being plus a minute, 6 minutes into a race is definitely a big yikes. Oh my god, I can't believe Snopea actually blew up that TNT box. It looked like she was detonating away from it, but then it suddenly blew up. I think, like, the very edge of, like, the detonator range, like, got touched there or something like that. Because it almost looked like it wasn't gonna blow her up, and then it did, so. Very fast detonator levitation. Oh. Almost a very fast detonator levitation from FlameForged too, but had the quick rub up against the wall that we're all too familiar with. It wouldn't be a run unless you like failed it once. I'm really good at that one. That just means you like press the buttons too fast and the B button just didn't register. Alright, now the fun part of GGM, now that the detonator section's over. The nice, fancy little footwork you gotta do over the notes. Ooh, Snopea not feeling super confident in that jump. And I probably wouldn't have either, looking at it. Ooh, Flame flapped really early there. Oh! Tried to save it with the beak bust, which... I mean, Flame might have made it onto the little plateau there without the beak bust, but it would have been very close. But I think the depth perception got the better of him, and he kind of went all the way down. Either way, Flame's movement along the area below Prospector's hut, though laggier, was much cleaner looking than Snope's. But, I mean, with Snope's, you know, if you rub against, like, the side of the wall when you do that big jump over the boulder, you kind of have to flap in order to make it to the ledge, just because you lose way too much speed. Or, not even speed, just, like, distance, right? Alright, nice easy setup for Generator Cavern. Love that setup. I mean, I like the setup where you like peck out in the loading zone a little more, but I'm so bad at ladder regrabs. And I mean, having to do a regrab, it makes it like kind of almost better to do the strat where you make it up every time. I don't know the actual timing on it. It's got to be faster if you do like the fast backflip strat with the regrab. But I mean, if you fail one regrab, then it's definitely slower, I'm sure. And I mean, for someone like me who's really, really terrible at ladder regrabs, just because I can't mash with my left hand. Like, I'm so anti-left-handed. Like, really good at mashing with my right hand, because I'm right-handed. But just can't do it with the other hand. Alright, nice setup for the Fire Egg. FlameForged getting very lucky with the cutscene and vulnerability. Oh my god, Flame! Oh, that's so terrible. I hope Flame doesn't get the red feathers in Pine Grove. I mean, he might, but I really hope he doesn't, because there's red feathers available in Mayhem Temple. Okay, he's gonna get the ones in Mayhem Temple. Flame has collected 3 grenade egg nests in like the first 11 minutes. It's just so rough. And you know that he even waited. He even waited for the red feathers, but then just accidentally walked into them when they were gold. Definitely an oopsie doopsie. If Flame accidentally grabs gold feathers in MT as well, like, I just don't know what to say. I don't even know where you'd get backup feathers at that point. Because, I mean, there's those 2 feather nests right outside of Jade Snake Grove, but at that point, like... At that point, you just get Golden Goliath. The feathers just aren't in your, you know... Aren't in your, future, I guess. Alright, nice 92 from Snopea. Good, good, puzzle pieces from Flame. That probably could have been another 93 if he would have picked up the top piece, and it definitely looked like he meant to. Like, you could tell by, like, when Flame reached up to grab the puzzle piece, it was like, uh-oh, I grabbed this piece, what do I do with it? But, no. Just decided, instead of dropping it and picking up the other one, just decided to, you know, put the piece where it went. But, I mean, a 92 is still good. Wow, Flame saying Bedge right as I yawned. That's how I feel. It's gotta go sleepy. We all feeling EP in chat here, watching Banjo-Tooie for the Nintendo 64. Just kidding. This is the most action-packed category we got. Alright, MT time. Flame switching to grenades. Hopefully gets red feather. No, Flame, you don't have any feathers. Flame, you're gonna get to the door and realize you haven't picked up any red feathers. Alright, good thing we got a red feather nest right here. Flame must... Yeah, maybe that's why there was no red feather pickup in Pine Grove, because Flame thought, legitimately, that he picked up some red feathers. Ooh, that's rough. Flame's gonna be very low for this. Oh, yep. Came out off the blinds. Alright, double feather strat backup. Love to see it. Unfortunately, Flame is very far behind now. I mean, I know they're like in the same room, kind of close to each other, but I mean, Snoopy's watched the entire White Jinjo cutscene. Oh, what's that emote that I added? Oh yeah, Owo bed. I forgot I added all the Owo emotes. Every time I go on 7TV, I just add a buttload of emotes, like something. Like one day it's Owo, one day it's Uwu, one day it's Corpa or Borpa, one day it's Joel, one day it's Garfield. The next day it'll be something stupid. Like sweet and savory marinara memes kind of thing. I don't know, I just put words together, but I'm sure it already exists. Ooh, Snoopy landed up top. That's very rough. What's that? Watching together. Yeah. I mean, I was asked to add a single Garfield emote to the chat. And I just typed Garf and added like all the ones I thought was funny. You guys know that when I add emotes to the chat, I do it at like midnight. And I'm just laughing to myself alone in my computer chair at stuff that's not even funny as hell. Alright, I think Flame is a little bit on autopilot here. A little bit checked out of the race. And I mean, it makes sense, right? It's like, you know, we just talked about the feather nonsense, and then all of a sudden, the shenanigans happen again. It's the best time to look for emotes. I think some would argue that's incorrect. But, I mean, it is what it is, right? It's almost Halloween time. Maybe I should add a bunch of Halloween-themed emotes. But at this point, it's like, what's the point of finding emotes that people would have to look for when they have to sort through a sea of, like, you know, 400 other emotes, right? I feel like every now and again there's someone who like browses through them in chat and picks out their favorite stupid one. But I don't even know what I have added anymore. I barely even look at them when I add them to the channel. As not long as they're not like super obscene. But I mean, some of them are like, you know, they're funny. We do a little bit of joking around here, right? Alright, second try code for Snoopy. A first try code would catch Flame up just a little bit. Ooh, talks to Dilberta too. She's been spending so much time in prison. She needs a pen pal. Yeah. I mean, if you know words that are in them, you can search for them. I just search, you know, in the chat. You just type colon and then you just start typing words to like autofill emotes, right? Nice first try code for FlameForged. That'll catch him up a few seconds. And a few more seconds not having to get that Dilberta text. Dilberta wasn't in a very good spot though, so that's kind of bad, but I didn't see what Snoopy's Dilberta was like. Yeah, like to find that emote, I knew it existed, I just typed colon shake in chat, and then it kind of autofills all the emotes that have the word shake in it. Also, I just realized I gotta redeem a shout out to Banjo Runner last night for the race, and I never did it. I saw it, but then I was talking about something and I never went back to it. So I guess since we're talking about Handshake, I'll give a shout out to Amazing Shake. Amazing Shake. For shame. Whoa, that was a nice damage cancel from Flame. I thought he might end up splatting a little bit, but hit the ground just right there. Alright, Snoopy didn't pick up the piece. That could have been a high 89. I don't know if it would have been a 90. It would have been very close, but either way, Snoopy's currently on a pretty good run. Currently 6.6 seconds ahead of her PB. And Flame with an 87, so pretty good GGM puzzles all around. The G Pepe emotes are still my favorite. Yeah, if you type like colon DGE, there's so many. Just find a funny one and type enter. Big Burge. So many Burge emotes. Alright, good on Snoopy for putting that piece in the right spot. Alright, 84. That was the longest 84 I've ever seen, I think. Alright, Flame's turn for the Witchy World puzzle. Now we get to I kind of like, you know, where we have two puzzles going on not at the same time, so we can actually like identify the pieces. Man, watching Flame do these puzzles is like so like chair grippingly intense. Like Flame moves his hand around so fast. Fredge, Frage, Smadging. God, the internet is stupid. Alright. Enter Schlongster's mind. Snoopy's Witchy World split. I forgot about to look at that in the last race. I'm it's such a good split name. This is what the internet was made for. What, posting dumb pictures at each other in chat, or watching two Banjo-Tooie runners play the best game ever. Hint, it's Banjo-Tooie. Avenue Q told us what the internet was made for. That's true. You know, all through like the end of high school and into my early years of college, I always wanted to like go to New York and see Avenue Q on Broadway. But it's too late for that. Man, I've listened to Avenue Q so many times. It's such a great play. Yeah, I mean, I haven't either. It's probably been at least 10 years for sure. But I think I still have some of the songs from it on my computer. Definitely one of those things that came and went with the times. iPod or something. I mean, I do have an iPod Nano that I still listen to stuff on, but I kind of moved all my music to my phone instead. Ooh, that was a nice setup for the rope. Oh, Snopey almost landed, or almost fell off. Ah, we're sliding down the rope. Shenanigans. I still have my iPod because I used to use a radio tuner in my car for it. And so that was just how I listen to music, because I mean, I have a 2004 car, but it doesn't have any sort of USB jack on it. So I plugged my iPod into a radio tuner and then listened to it that way. But now it doesn't work in my car anymore because it was in there for so long it like rusted to like the, you know, the little plug-in. Oh god, Flame, please pick up red feathers. Please remember to pick up red feathers on your way down the tent. Okay, just walk up the tent. Walk up the tent like the rest of us. Please remember red feathers. Ah, Flame didn't get red feathers. Flame's gonna do the same thing again. But this time it's probably gonna be on purpose. I think Flame is just trying to avoid playing a third game of Banjo-Tooie. Like I said earlier, he's just like so incredibly checked out of the race. He just wants it to be over. The cassette adapter? No, I don't. I never owned a car that had a cassette player in it. Because I got my... I mean, the car that I have now is my first car. It's a 2004 Hyundai Accent. And it's got a CD player, and I used that for a long time. But... all my CDs for it are kind of, like, scratched. Like, they skip a lot just because they're really old. Because, I mean, when I was in high school, like, you know, I got my first computer kind of thing. And, when I found out I could burn CDs, you know, because back then that was, if you knew a guy who could burn stuff to CDs and DVDs, you were in town. And I remember burning a bunch of music CDs for my car. Well, for my mom's car at the time. And I listened to them with my, you know, with my portable CD player. Yeah. See, my thing was burning anime to CDs because my computer couldn't write to DVDs, but it could write to CDRs. And so I would burn anime to CDs. But of course, CDs are so small that you could only fit like 3 episodes of anything on them. So when eventually I upgraded and I you know, all of a sudden I could burn DVDs. I went from like 20 discs for a series to like 1. And so it was great. I got rid of all my anime DVDs a long time ago though. I sold my all my burned DVDs. Well, quotation mark sold to a friend. I sold my DVD binder to my friend and nothing else inside it. But yeah, it was all the old stuff, you know, intro anime in the 2000s. Stuff like Azumanga Daioh and Excel Saga, Death Note. Inuyasha. Stuff from the good old days. But not like the good old days, good old days. You know, stuff like Gundam Wing, right? Alright, into JRL. Flame still has quite a ways to go to catch up. At this point, though, I think Snopea does have to, like, royally have a, you know, another Hag one along the same lines. Yeah. See, I'm, like, pulling back into, like, the memories and stuff in order to, like, bring some of this stuff up. I was one of those cringy weebs when I was in high school. Oh, Flame didn't open the level. That's an oops. Wait, Flame split on open JRL. Oh, he must have reset too early. Kind of thing. Yeah, I definitely had Prince of Tennis on my, I definitely had Prince of Tennis on my DVDs, but I thought it was a little too over the top. Alright, is Flame done? I think Flame might be done. Bedtime, fellow gamers? I think, yeah, okay. Yeah, Flame is out. Let's go ahead and, Oh, he jumped out of Discord. Alright, time to bring the Chungus out. There you go. You guys can enjoy some Chungus. So, no matter what, as long as Snopea doesn't give up, I think she's got this in the bag. Damn, what happened to Snopea? Snopea just lost, like... I was too busy watching the FlameForged shenanigans. I didn't notice what happened to Snopea. Snopea went from minus 2.6 to plus 31. So, must have had to get air, because it was like swim, swam, swum. Oh well. I'll wait until the race is like fully over before I update the scores. But Flame did try thy best, but like I said, I mean, I think that whole race, Flame was just entirely checked out. I think not grabbing red feathers in Witchy World was just like on purpose. Not grabbing red feathers, you know, in order to do MT properly, probably, you know, probably on purpose, going straight for the flight pad. I can't imagine that Flame, you know, didn't notice he didn't have feathers after picking up 3 gold feather nests. Okay, going back to this anime weeb discussion in chat. I've never heard of Get Backers, and I've never heard of. Oh, I've heard of Black Cat, but I only know it by Kuroneko. I've never heard anyone call it Black Cat. There's this one anime I remember of this dude who could take pictures of things and like bad things happen to the people in the pictures. Can't remember what it was called. I think it was called Speed Grapher. That was another one I remember. All sorts of stuff. I can think of older stuff, but I don't know. I feel like at this point I'm just dating myself. But I think we probably all grew up at the same time watching the same anime on TV. Alright, Snopea going into the final stretch. Just has Hag 1 left to go. The great Hag 1. Not much, yeah, not much suspense. Oh, Snopea just realized what happened. Yeah, flamed out. Couple of guys who have a repossession service and will recover lost stolen items. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, big oof. Big oof. Yeah. I mean, there's always more to, like, you know, the early animes. But I mean, if it was just, I don't know if it was like episodic or if it was like, you know, it had its own overarching story. I can't think of what the oldest anime I've ever watched was. I think Detective Conan is probably the oldest anime I ever, like, got into. But I never caught up to, like, the current anime ever. It's just kind of the same old thing after a while. I think it's still ongoing, too. Well, the manga, anyway. I don't know about the anime, though. It's been a very long time since I've watched that one as well. Alright, I think Snopea's PB dreams, like, died in JRL. We'll have to ask her what happened. Oh, Conan anime. I'm sure Conan's had a lot of movies. Oh, recently had a movie. Okay. Yeah. I mean, how many, like, episodes it is? Yeah, I think it's longer than One Piece. I think it's longer than One Piece at this point. It's really hard for me to even watch anime these days because everything just like I just don't find the time to sit down and watch shows. Like most of what I watch is all on YouTube and Twitch, and so it's hard to find time to watch anything else. Otherwise, I get that, you know, FOMO from not like being on Twitch. But every now and again I get an urge to like binge watch a show. Like, I just recently finished catching up to The Boys. I binge watched all of that 70s show recently. I've been thinking about going back and watching all of another show. I can't remember which one though. But I have like Invincible Season 2 on my radar. It's been a long time since I've watched through House, you know. But in terms of anime, like the only thing I've watched as of recent is like One Piece. I'm not into modern anime that much because it's all the same. Like I got reborn as a fridge and my ice cube tray is broken or something. Have I watched Frieren? I have never heard of it. Unless you meant to say Friends. What was that? That was like a shake. I don't know what that sound was. Frieren Beyond Journey's End. I have never heard of it. See, that's the thing. I can't watch things that I... If I've seen them before, I'll put them on as background noise. But I like getting into watching stuff. Like, if I want background noise, I'll throw on, like, an episode of The Joy of Painting on Twitch or YouTube, right? Nothing like some Bob Ross hitting a paintbrush against a canvas as background noise, right? Yeah. Then there's other things like Konosuba. Konosuba is always entertaining. But, you know, only sometimes. I think that's the most modern anime I've, like, liked. But... I'm just crossing my fingers that Hajime no Ippo gets green-lighted for another anime season. Oh, Snoopy blew up a clockwork. But luckily it was right away, so... And she was, like, right there, so could jump another one in. I've never gotten into Jujutsu Kaisen or Demon Slayer. Both those animes are, like, people talk about them all the time, but I just have no interest in watching them. I didn't know Ranma 1/2 was getting remade. I didn't watch the whole original series, but I really enjoyed the concept of it. But there's a lot of old anime I've, like, never watched. Like, I've never watched Afro Samurai. I've never watched Samurai Champloo. I've never watched Rurouni Kenshin. I've never watched Cowboy Bebop. Just all these old classics that I just never got around to watching. I've never seen Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah, I mean, that's good. I mean, that's like how Hajime no Ippo was for the longest time, sound defense. I don't know if anyone here is a reader of that, but it's probably my second favorite manga right now. And, yeah, Ippo is just so thick-headed, you know? Anyway, I've loved this conversation, but is Ippo getting an anime reboot? Absolutely not. I don't think it ever will. Because where the third anime stopped is where it's like a giant wall of nothing happening. And it would just, it wouldn't translate well into an anime, I don't think. Because there's like no boxing for the longest time. Anyway, I've loved this conversation, but the race is coming down to the very end. Well, I wouldn't even call it a race at this point, but Snoopy is just about to finish. Just about to finish. Just about to finish. Just about to finish. Hey, Snoopy finished. Alright. Let's go ahead and pull her in. Snoopy, you're really good at, like, hitting that last shot on Hag 1, I gotta say.
Yeah. I'm just... It's the one thing that I know how to do right.
Yeah. It's like, I like how at the end where it was just like, you know what, I'm not even gonna aim. I'm just gonna go back to my R aiming and just dodge out of the way and get it all done.
Yeah. Like, the first couple times, you're like, come on, I just need to line it up again and then do the thing that you do when the phase ends or starts. And then it's like, no, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it does if you're good at, like, moving around and not losing your, like, vertical
well,
aim.
For the last shot, you're automatically facing Grunny, and so all you have to do is just
I just miss it.
Down, but you gotta remember to let go of the C button too, so you don't like
so you don't go over. Yeah.
Aim way up. So yeah, I think you probably noticed right at the end that Flame dipped out. Yeah, I think if Flame, after the first race especially, I don't think Flame was feeling it for this one.
Not really.
He made the same mistake in the beginning where he picked up gold feathers.
Oh no.
And then he picked up gold feathers on both of the feather nests at the top of the stone pile in Plateau, and I can't... No. And so I'm pretty sure he just didn't pick up red feathers and empty on purpose and just did the flight over and ran out of red feathers. It's hard to say, but yeah, either way, I think Flame was doing a little bit of intentional throwing. But,
I threw at the start. I was so psyched, like I psyched myself out. The cutscene skip.
Yeah.
I was like, oh god, I don't want to trigger it again. Just like sat there doing backflips.
Yeah. Well, you almost jumped into it.
I was like, wait, no.
Yeah, after you got off the ledge. I was surprised you didn't trigger it when you jumped down off the ledge. Like, that was insane.
Yeah. I stopped looking off to the side at things because there was... I was actually on PB pace for a while.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
What happened in JRL? That was when Flame dipped out, and so I didn't catch what happened in the water.
So I bonked into the Inky at the very start of swimming past it twice.
Okay.
I lined it back up and then went to Seaweed Sanctum.
Oh,
and then,
gotcha. I figured.
Yeah.
Because I looked and I was like, lost 30 seconds during the swim. I said, Snoopy must have had to go for air because there's nothing that loses that amount of time that isn't
Yeah. If you completely fail, it's way more.
Yeah.
If you don't fail, then you don't lose any time, because if you lose time, you fail.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just like, oh, it's kind of a shame because, I mean, if you didn't lose all that time in JRL, you probably would have lost it at the end of the Hag 1 fight.
Yeah.
There, it looks like. So
if everything else went the same,
whatever.
it wouldn't have been a PB. But there was a glimmer of maybe like a 43-59.
Yeah.
In there at one point.
But I mean, you know, a run is a run, right? This is good. So
yeah.
In the end, came out on top.
Yeah, rough night.
Yeah, a little bit, but it happens every now and again. So, Flame will be moving into the loser bracket He will be racing the loser of Xernicus and Thunderstorm. So whenever they
Mm.
actually they're
Mhm.
racing on Tuesday. I forgot. I need to
Oh,
add that to the schedule. So they
nice.
did schedule up, so that's good. And you will be
I
moving
will speak
forward
of
to
Asmi.
race as me. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that'll be fun because we all know that Asmi's been playing his butt off. Oh yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah. We
Wink,
know how
wink.
much love he loves Tooie, so.
Yeah. So a couple practice races in there maybe before you
Should be
tank
fun.
up Asmi
Uh-huh.
because yeah, I think he'll be a little rougher, a little rougher. So currently everyone has an opponent in round 2 of the tournament except for
Woo!
me.
Except for you!
Except for
Woo!
me. Oh, so sad.
And the race, one of the races has been done. You just
Yeah.
have to finish it.
Yeah, it's just waiting on the edge. It's like, come on, if Duck wins the second race, then it's like it's just over. It's just one and done. But if Dingo wins, then we're going to the tiebreaker. So there's at least 2 races, well, 1 race
Mhm.
minimum going for that one.
Mhm.
So how do you feel going up against Asmi as your opponent? How do you feel
Um,
about that?
I don't know how to feel. The man has not played Tui in a long time, but also he has decent times for not having played Tui much at all, I feel like.
Well, Asmi
Is the impression I
Asmi's
get.
Asmi's real PB is, I think, lower than his current like in
Mhm.
tournament PB, but he
Yeah.
currently has a 4340
Mhm.
logged in, so it'll be
Just gotta work on
definitely a
43.
bit of an uphill climb. So, but I mean,
Mhm.
things could happen. We saw lots of oopsie doopsie shenanigans. You know, get hit by one inky, and all of a sudden it's time lost.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah. Well, we spent a lot of time this race talking about anime. Do you have a favorite anime?
I feel like I saw someone talking about free run in the chat, so I
Yeah,
would second that recommendation.
yeah. I'd never heard of it until um,
Yeah. It's
Anne
very
48
good,
talked about it. Yeah,
good, just straight up like high fantasy type, but also like down to earth, but also not an isekai if you're tired of those.
yeah. I mean, I made the point to say I just don't watch them because they're all,
Mhm.
I made the example of saying, I was reincarnated as a fridge and my ice cube tray is broken kind of thing, right? It's all the same.
Yeah, no,
Ugh.
Freerun is just the fantasy world with person who doesn't fit into the world for reasons other than comes from 2024 Earth.
Yeah. All right. Well, next race, which isn't on the schedule, which I will add to the schedule, is going to be, like I said, Xernicus and Sunder. That race, when did they say it was going to be happening? They said Tuesday at... Oh, he DM'd me. Sunder said Tuesday at 6 p.m. CT, so that's 4 p.m. Pacific and
Oh
7
boy.
Eastern. So, yeah, tune in for that.
Woo.
Yeah, any last words for the stream?
Before I die and no. Nah. I'm
Okay.
good. I'm glad that there weren't any or glad that I didn't have any insane disasters after a month or more of not really playing.
Yeah, me too. All right, good night, everyone. I love you all. Bye.
Bye.